legend of fucking rapping from Long Island. What's been going on, man?
Shit, man. Just fucking making music and shit and chilling.
You got any dates coming up as far as like when you're gonna be going on tour or?
No, fucking we're trying to, me and like some of my boys are trying to set some shit up, but you know, it's kind of just as it comes, whatever.
Yeah. So like, you're working with some of those same guys that you were on tour recently with? I saw a couple of guys that you had like, you were in a picture with or something.
Yeah, well, I didn't go on tour with them. I was supposed to, but like I couldn't afford it. But I'm in a group with these dudes, and like the group's like Grim. It's called Grim, like GRXM. And we like went out to LA to do our first show together last year, like almost exactly a year ago actually. I think like the 9th of this month is the year. But anyway, and we did like a show out here in Brooklyn over the summer and shit, but then I went out there on my own to do a show in LA. I mean, to do a show in September. But I mostly just fucking, you know, whatever. I don't have like anything planned out. Like when people ask me, and I mean, I kind of hate to say, like one of the first things, like someone's like, yo, you want to do a show here? It's like, can you pay me? Because
yeah, exactly.
I kind of need to like get out there.
I think that's something people don't realize is that you're not, I don't want to say you're not at the point where you're not making money, but you're not at the point where like
I'm not making enough.
Exactly. Yeah. You can fucking be, I'll do this, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And money doesn't really, I mean, it costs you money to get places to perform.
Hell yeah.
Your time is fucking precious because, you know, you could be, you know, making more shit or, you know, watching Edward Scissorhands or something like that, you know, fucking something that you want to do rather than just trying to help someone else out. So, I mean, again, people don't realize that, you know, this isn't just a hobby. Like, this is your fucking commitment. You've been putting all your fucking time into this. And,
yeah, dude.
I mean, like, obviously you see by the shit that you produce that, I mean, it's serious, you know?
Hell
like,
yeah.
And it should be taken seriously. And, I mean, like, you see that with a lot of different professions. Like, people, I don't want to compare, like, say, a photographer to you guys, but, like, you know, for example, like, people will say, like, oh, I got a friend that, you know, takes pictures, like, I'll just get him to come on, like, he'll do it for free, whatever else, like, but, like, you know, people that are, like, in that kind of, like, you know, niche thing where they find out that they can do something special, they almost get abused and taken advantage of.
Fuck
because,
yeah, dude, all the time.
People think that, all right, well, because this dude is cool and he's got a talent, I'm going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's fucked. I mean, and beyond that, like, it makes it less enjoyable for you to be in that environment, to perform, and all around just be around that person in general. So, I mean, like, you don't have a manager or anything?
Nah, I mean, me and my friends that are in Grim, we're talking to some people that want to manage us, but, like, you know, that's still in the works, I guess, or whatever. Nothing's, like, official. So I never had a manager or nothing before these talks started last year. So yeah, I don't have any. You know, I've had other offers too, like a few other offers, like maybe like a handful since last year, since my stuff like started steadily getting like a little more popular.
Yeah.
In 2018 mainly, a little bit in 2017, but mainly last year.
So you saw more people kind of popping up trying to.
Yeah, and you know. It's like you said, a lot of people really, they don't make it seem like they're trying to take advantage of you, but like they think you might be a fucking idiot or something.
Of course.
And it's like, nah, dude, like, my bad.
I'm cool.
Like, I'm alright.
It's good for me.
I'm not making enough money to be giving any to anybody yet, you know? Like,
exactly.
So anything I get, you know, and that's the thing too. I would ask them, I'd be like, well, I'll give you a percentage, but like, are you going to get me on tour with a big artist where I'm going to be making like good money?
Exactly.
Because then you could take that. If not, if you're just going to book me on shows I could book myself, then I don't need you.
Exactly.
Like,
you obviously know me, so what do you have to offer me besides just being my manager?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I going to benefit from this?
Yeah, like who do you know that's going to help me?
Exactly. So wait, how did you really get that much bigger of an internet presence? Oh, not just internet, but like fan base in general.
I just kept putting shit out, and then like, you know, like for promotion, there's like YouTube channels that are popular. Right. Like specifically, like wow, my shit is going off. What the fuck? specifically like this Trash Gang. It's like a big YouTube channel that like got bigger over time, and Trill Funk, like those are two channels that like I submit my videos to, and they fucked with it, so they put it on, and that helped my shit climb a little bit. And then like on SoundCloud too, you could like buy reposts from like popular artists. Some people think it's whack, but like you know, and you're coming up, yeah, it does work. Like if your shit's good and they have like, you know, 20, 30, 40,000 followers or more, and you pay a little bit of money.
So what is it, just like a suggested post of like the next thing that comes up after their song plays? Or
no, it's like on a SoundCloud page, like you have your shit, and like you can like, it's like Twitter, you know, in the sense you like can retweet it.
Okay, oh, I get what you're saying.
So like you repost on SoundCloud, so all their followers see your song on their timeline type thing.
Oh, that's
you know?
awesome.
Yeah. And if you're like, all right, you know, people are gonna be like, okay, this dude's dope, and then they'll start listening to you. And then like, I did that for a little. I haven't done that in a while, but you know, I still like got like my few past recent videos on like bigger YouTube channels, but that's pretty much it now. Like, you know, my YouTube is probably the shit I would promote the least, and like I just passed like 2,500 subscribers. Yeah. And that's something that I don't even like aim for YouTube. It's just like, oh, I'm just gonna put my music on here for people who use YouTube more than like fucking SoundCloud.
Exactly.
And then like people just keep subscribing, and I'm just like, all right, like thanks.
Dude, that's the amazing thing about YouTube too, and like the fact that like there's people that are stupid too and just forget to subscribe. So I guarantee there's a shit ton more than 2,500 people like
who like watch.
Shit out.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I mean, that's a lot of people too. Like for whatever reasons, like ego shit or just whatever, you know, people won't like follow you like on any of your shit, but they'll keep looking at your shit. They'll keep like lurking, and it's like, you know, especially like you hear somebody say like, yeah, I saw that. It's like, how'd you see that? You don't follow me on that. It's like, no, I checked it out though. It's like, it's okay, like, thanks, just dick. Fucking let me know. Like,
exactly.
Yo, you fucking me, just
me
tell
a like,
me. Yeah, bro.
Throw me a follow, something.
That's what I'm saying.
Subscribe to it.
Just let me know.
Exactly.
I saw the camera move, so I was like,
I'm fucking talking to you. But no, I like. Even so, not that you're never like the type to really be angry. I see that you're more like, you know.
Now, yeah, I got it out of my system. I used to be pissed at everything, but now, you know, and it's because I'm like, you know, like everybody, if you pay attention as you get older to the shit around you, and it's like, okay, well, getting pissed isn't doing anything except getting me pissed. Exactly. So like, let me just stop and think like, why am I mad? And then you realize like 90% of the time that I shouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
So then after doing that for a while, it's just like, now I just don't fucking care. It's like, whatever.
I don't know. It sounds like, almost, not that it's too good to be true, but like, it sounds like it's hard to do. You know? Because like, I don't know. I exercise every day, and that gives me a lot of like cool down, like clear-headedness, and that helps me not freak out on people. Yeah. You know, less. But even so, and still in some social situations, you can't help but like, you know, if someone like what they just did to you, like check your shit out, but didn't fucking like actually show you any acknowledgement, like that's hard to overlook. I get what you're saying, and like
it's frustrating, but like what I do, I mean, I also like meditate. I work out like 4 or 5 times a week. Right. Fucking, I always go on walks and shit, like all that shit. But when it comes to that, that's also more of a like, I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna just take it on the chin. Yeah. Like people talking shit about me, people ignoring me, people, you know, whatever, like lurking my shit. It's like, I'll take it on the chin. I know it'll stay in my fucking mind. I'm not going to be mean to nobody either. But when the time comes when they're like, hey, dude, you want to do something? I'm going to be like, I know that you've been fucking ignoring me. I know that you talk shit. I know whatever. I'm going to be like, but I'm not you. So let's fucking work, bro. You know, like unless they're a real asshole, then I'll just be like, nah, fuck that.
You're not getting my time.
Yeah, like, nah, my bad, dude. I ain't doing it.
But I mean, like that's something at least admirable, because not a lot of people can just, you know, drop shit, be cool, and whatever else. So I mean, like I feel like that alone kind of gives you that like upper hand on a lot of like, you know, rappers in general, because I feel like there's that kind of disdain towards rappers that they're all fucking scumbags, or like,
and like they're just, a lot of people are itching for fights and shit and beef and fucking. I mean, it's just, you know, in a way, like the scene is still, it's kind of like the whole high school shit. Like you got like your groups of people, and a lot of the dudes are all trying to be like, I'm not a pussy, fuck him, I'll beat his ass, you know. And it's like, I'm so past that. Like, you call me a pussy, like, okay, fine, I'm a pussy. Just don't touch me. You know, like, exactly. Get away from me, like.
So in that regard, then, it almost doesn't add up because like I get what you're saying because you're like you're past that, you're mature. It's just like it's weird that like you're of this like dark like scary fucking you have these crazy music videos and whatever else, but like you're the nicest fucking guy. Like I feel like because people don't like I know you in real life, but like people who don't know you are almost probably like I don't know if this guy is like trolling us with these Instagram videos or if he's actually like just that cool and like I just sometimes I'm almost like I wish that I could see what people think of like from an outside perspective. If I didn't know this dude and I'm just following him on Instagram, all the wild antics that you do and whatever else, it almost not that it seems fake, but it just seems like it's like kind of like a troll in a way because you're like such a good guy,
More often than not, if they just fucking pay attention to my shit, I mean, but again, it helps too. Like, I meet a lot of these people, or I work with a lot of these artists, and they just back it up. They're like, yeah, he's cool. Like, but more often than not, people say, like, hey, dude, like, I really like your music, but after watching your shit, like, you just seem like a really good dude. Yeah. Someone that's cool to chill with. I'm like, thanks. Like, but again, like, I do tell them, like, because even sometimes people, any artist they look up to, it's still weird to like hear that people look up to me too, because it's like whatever, but I love it, but it's still weird because I just feel like I'm some random ass dude. But still, they'll be like, yo, how do you like, whatever, how do you not get mad, how do you like just seem to have fun doing whatever. And it's like, dude, like, I mean, I just say fuck it. And like, again, I was always nice like at my core, but like, again, when I was younger, I would let like emotions be like, take like over that niceness. Yeah. And I would come off as a dick a lot. I still do sometimes, but not as much as I used to. Yeah. And I say, dude, like, it's just a process of like growing and whatever. So it's like, even if you feel like weird or you don't feel confident or you feel like lonely or whatever bullshit, like, or if you are a dick and everyone tells you it and you're just like, damn, how do I stop? It's like, you just got to like stop and think more and like change that, and like, I don't know. One thing that like always hurt me, like with when I did shit that was like mean to somebody or whatever too, like I always had empathy on my side. I've always been empathetic. Like even if somebody fucking like hit me first or said some shit about me first or anything, like I've never really been in fights. I've been in like a few, but anytime I hit somebody, like later that day, I would be home and I would be like,
why did I do that?
Why did I hit that fucking guy? Like, but like you don't put that on because then again they say something else and you're back to like fuck you, I don't give a fuck, you know. But like still, it would be like at home, like why do I keep getting mad? Like I don't want to hurt anyone. Like this shit's whack. Like
exactly. Well, I mean that's awesome though that you like can control your emotions.
Yeah, it's just growing and like practicing. Like anything else, like you just have to keep like training your mind and yourself to like handle things certain ways. Like
exactly,
that's what maturing is,
I just like even outside of like the music scene, I just wish more people would operate like that because I just feel like if everyone kind of gave themselves other people the benefit of the doubt and kind of treated people with more respect and were nicer to people, I mean you'd think that it sounds like crazy, but like this world would be a much fucking better place.
Fuck yeah.
I mean I hate to say woulda coulda shoulda, but
well, and some people, though, too, it's like the other thing with some of my videos and some of my funny, goofy shit, like a lot of people think it's corny. Yeah. Like, especially in rap where it's, you're supposed to be, like, harder and all that shit and, like, fucking, like, cool guy, tough guy, whatever. Like, they're like, this dude's fucking corny. Like, especially, like, Christmas shit. It's like, look at this guy with, like, fucking bows on his nipples and shit. Like, what a fucking weirdo. And it's like, I don't care.
Dude, but that's the best part is that I see that shit and I'm like, this dude is hysterical. He's out of his fucking mind.
A lot of people do like it. But yeah, there are dudes that are like, you're corny. And it's like.
But you know what? Like, that's just straight fucking haters. Yeah, because either they're jealous, like that they're not at that comfort level and they're just like, how can I bring this dude down so that he doesn't do it anymore? Or they're just like haters in general and they'll just.
I was going to say, a lot of people.
What they fucking.
You could say like, this person's jealous or whatever and like. They'll be like, nah, you're just fucking corny. How about that? And it's like, all right, I am. Okay, bye. Like, what else? Is that it? Okay, bye.
Yeah, but even then you can see, like, the maturity level.
They're mad,
yeah. Exactly. Well, they're mad, but they're also fucking, you're a child. If that, you have to try to bring me down to, like, make your day better. Yeah. Or, like, and I have nothing to do with you besides the fact that I'm also maybe a rapper or
Yeah.
you like the scene, like
That's what I'm saying.
get
yeah.
a fucking hobby.
Yeah.
Do something else, you know?
Well,
I don't know.
The really annoying shit with all that too. Now I'm thinking like, you know, like when the shit where I say like, dude, get your own fucking hobby is like people, because I have a high pitched voice.
Yeah.
There's like a few other rappers that have a high pitched voice. Specifically one, I will say, Ghostmane.
Okay.
I fuck with him. He's cool. Whatever. You know, I did a couple of shows with him. Never really acknowledged me or nothing. But online, everyone thinks I'm trying to be this dude.
Yeah.
Like, then when they hear me, the people that hear me once and they're like, high-pitched voice, Ghostmane wannabe, it's like, no. Like, I'm like, bro, like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, follow me on my shit. Watch what I do. Listen to what I'm saying. Nothing is like this dude except that I have, like, a less manly voice. That's it. Like, when I rap, it's higher. It goes up like that, you know? But, like, that's it. I'm not talking about the same shit. I'm not looking the same. I'm not, you know, preaching the same. I'm not into the same shit, you know? And, again, I don't care. He does his thing. That's cool. I do my thing. Just recognize that's different. You know, it's all the same shit with, like, it's been going on forever, though, everyone comparing this to that. Like, you don't got to compare everything. Just be like, I like that, and I like that. You know, like, that's it. Like, fuck it.
I feel like your voice, if anything in it, it gives more of a catch on the listener because, like, it doesn't sound like a lot of other rap, and I'm not trying to compare it, but, like, I haven't heard this guy Ghostmane or whatever.
Yeah.
But just like from anyone who listens to rap, they should kind of drop their, you know, expectations and just listen to the fucking music.
Yeah.
And kind of, you know, develop their own kind of opinion as opposed to, like you're saying, just comparing it to everything else.
A lot of them, though, too, are, like, fucking, like, you know, teenagers and shit where it's just like, fuck you, you know, and it's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, you're not even worth my time. And, like, I'm glad you're part of my demographic, but I'm not really that glad because look at you, you're not worth my time anyway.
And you're not, like, you know, you're just following the shit. Like, because I've seen it already happen. Like, as soon as something picks up a little, somebody be like, I've gotten messages from people like, yo, I used to say you were whack. My bad. I don't think that anymore. And it was like, it's all good. Like, I don't care. At least you realize it now.
But that's cool. Like, I get what you're saying with that, but it's like the people that just have a grudge with you because you sound like this other dude, and
they think I do. Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to say that you do.
I
haven't heard this dude,
like,
and again, I'm saying I like your style, if anything, because it's different. And I mean, it reminded me of someone else actually, but like. Not that you, like, we're trying to be like them. It was just like...
I get a lot of other... I don't mind, like a lot of shit I get, especially when I do more singy type stuff.
That's like Beastie Boys to me.
I've gotten
That's what it sounds
Beastie
like
Boys from the beginning with me and Doug, but I get, like, Ozzy Osbourne with my singy type shit. I don't mind that.
I fucking love that,
because I listen to it, and it's a different genre, too, so it's like, like, I listen to that shit a lot. I don't really listen to Ghostmane, so it's like... You know, the way people make it sound, that they're like, you're copying him. It's like, bro, I'm not, like, sitting there in my room like, what did he just do? I got to do it. You know, like, I've been always listening to Beastie Boys. I've gotten that. I've gotten Ozzy. I've always listened to Ozzy. I've gotten, like, Rage Against the Machine type shit sometimes. I listen to that. You know, Cypress Hill. I listen to that.
You're influenced, but you're not fucking trying to be like them.
No, not at all.
I mean, and, like, I'm going to use this quote a little loosely, but they say, like, imitation is the best form of flattering. Yeah. It's like, if anything, if this guy was offended, I'd be like, bro, like, the fact that my shit even sounds like yours, if anything, you should be happy because you're getting better attention than I am off this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's the thing, though, too. Like, people have to realize, like, it's not even, like, again, it's not like someone's trying to do or be something, but when you do hear, like, someone like me, especially with a specific voice, when I project it, it goes higher. But when I hear and see someone like Ozzy, again, or like Zach De La Rocha from fucking Rage Against the Machine, when I see them, and Beastie Boys, when I see them still making it with their music, it gives you the confidence to be like, okay, so I don't have to sound like some hard-ass tough dude. Like, I can fucking sound like a fucking, you know, helium-ass whatever. Like, and
people still like this shit.
Fuck with
exactly.
it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but again, that's what makes it different, and that's what draws that fucking ear because... People don't want to hear the same shit that they hear.
No.
Like every you know, mumble rap or however they call it.
Yeah.
They don't sound great because they all sound like exactly like the next guy, and beyond that, like, can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
Word.
It's the context of the lyrics are fucking shit. That's the other thing that you were just saying. Like, I might sound similar to this guy in some sense.
But I'm not saying the same thing.
My content is different. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure that guy's probably talking about more ghetto shit, you know,
and drugs and shit. Well,
I would consider drugs ghetto shit. But.
Or like, you know, well, just anything.
Yeah.
Because fucking, you know, anybody does anything. But
Well,
like Ghostmane, he talks about like devil shit. I don't talk about devil shit. Like I talk about demons, but I talk about overcoming them. You know, like, and it's cool. I don't care what anybody does. I really don't give a fuck. But I'm just saying that's a lot of the shit that people do, and they all talk about the same thing, that the drugs or the guns or fucking they want to kill themselves. But like, and I mention shit like that. I mention suicide and depression and shit, but I say I'm going to fucking beat that. I'm not going to do that. Because it's like the other thing, too. Like, I don't want anybody listening to me to be like, well, I like this dude a lot, and he's giving in, so I might as well. You know? Like, I want people to be like, I like this dude a lot. He's fucking fighting it and overcoming it. I'm going to fucking do the same thing.
His message is helping me, not helping me kill myself.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I don't want nobody listening to my shit and be like, I'm going to do something bad like this guy. Like, I don't want anybody to do that. Like,
and I don't think that a lot of rappers that are making their shit, like, their mumble raps or whatever you want to call it, even these guys that are successful, like, I don't think that their intention is really to do that.
No.
I don't think that they really fully think it through.
Yeah, or understand, like, the weight of it. Like, because teenagers and shit like that are influenced.
They're highly influenced.
They're still going to hear it and be like, yo, this dude's cool as fuck. He's got money, and he's fucking with these hot-ass girls and all this shit, and he's in, like, a dope-ass car. He's got chains and shit.
If I act like him, I can have
that
shit,
it's like, fuck
too.
that. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to go do some shit then. But it's like, and there's no problem with sharing your experiences, too, because that's, you know, that's rap, that's hip-hop. People talking about what they came from and their roots and the struggles of their daily life.
Of course.
You know? And that's not bad to share that, but it's like, you have to also decipher that, like, that's not the only way to go, you know? Like, you have to, like, add, like, you know, like Kendrick and shit like that, like, or, like, people, like, rag on J. Cole for being too soft, but, like, you know, they talk about, like, certain things and then fucking, like, but, like, go further as in, like, we're rising up now. Like, now everything's going to be better. Like, that's what it should be like.
They get it.
Yeah.
They talk about their struggles, but they also talk about getting past it. And
exactly.
You know.
And even, like, you know, like, my favorite rapper ever is Tupac. And, like,
hell yeah.
I hate that he's dead. I mean, unless you believe he's, like, alive in Cuba or something. Some people believe that. I did for a while,
I've heard a million different
But,
theories.
you know, I hate, because he had songs where he was talking shit a lot, obviously, and he was saying a lot of reckless shit. But he also had a lot of songs where he was, like, you know, talking about people changing and people, you know, doing better things and fucking, you know.
Dude, that song Changes,
yeah, or like I Ain't Mad at You,
ever.
Unconditional Love, and fucking Until the End of Time, you know, Staring at the World Through My Rearview, like all that shit. It's like he's like saying, fuck it, you know, we could be better, everybody could be better.
He's got some of the most powerful lyrics, like, fucking ever.
But eventually the other shit, like, caught up with him.
Yeah.
And he's not here. And I just wish, like, he was, you know, he was a good voice to have with all that shit. You know, like, at least in my opinion, a lot of people think he sucks nowadays, but I still fuck with him. I think he's dope.
I think that even, I'm going to go on like a little bit of a tangent about Tupac for a second. He also had a fucking dope voice. So, like, the way that he delivered his raps, just, like, it was catchy without even hearing what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
Because, like, the beats,
yeah.
and then him fucking with his dope, like, raspy kind of,
when I first rapped, I, like, kind of went off that. I, like, tried to go deeper, and, like, it was like white Tupac sound and shit. It was so lame. Yeah. But, like, I didn't know what to do. And, again, I was self-conscious about my real voice. And I was like, no one's going to listen to this shit. They're going to be like, what the fuck? This guy's annoying as hell, you know? Like, so I was just like, fuck it. I'll rap, like, with a deeper voice. And it's like, then I listened back to it. I'm like, bro, you can just tell how insecure you are about, like, your shit. Like, just do it normal. Like,
yeah, do it how it feels.
But if I didn't do that, I would have never learned, you know? Like, because I was able to do that first and be like, this is lame. I just got to do my own thing. Like,
well, the best way to fucking learn is by experience. And,
exactly.
you know, you try something, it doesn't work out, you keep trying. So is that kind of how you got into rap, is just by, like, being influenced by, like, Tupac and wanting to, like, deliver messages of, like, you know, the struggle, but also getting through it? Or, like, how did you kind of get into it?
It was like a mixture of, like, I've always liked making music. I've always wanted to do music for a living, you know. But I used to be in, like, different bands and shit. First I played drums. I was in, like, a couple bands in middle school. And, like, we mainly only played covers and shit.
Right.
And then I started playing guitar in high school, and I was doing that shit too. Right. And, like, the main thing that made me really think about rap was that I was writing a lot of songs and I was good with my words and shit. And also, I was getting so tired of fucking being in bands and like having to like rely on other people.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this dude doesn't want to practice today. Now this guy don't want to practice. Oh, this guy's got to hang out with his girlfriend. Oh, this guy can't take off work. It's like, if I want to do my shit, I just want to fucking do it. Like, let's go. Like, so I was like, well, how can I do things by myself? Okay, rap. I'll fucking get a laptop, find beats at first, and fucking rap over them, put them on shit. Doesn't matter. Okay, I have this laptop. Now let me just download, buy a program, start making beats of my own. Okay, you know, like, and then you just learn all that. And now it's just, what do I do every time I make a song? You know, either people send them to me or I buy a beat, but usually I'll just sit there, make my own beat, write to it, record in my fucking house, you know, like mix and master it and all that shit in my house and then drop it on my own. Like, I don't have to wait for nobody. Like, I don't have to answer to anybody. It's just me. That's it. And that's what I fucking love about it. Like, I can say everything exactly how I want it. I can make it sound exactly how I want it to sound, you know, like, and there's no other input saying like, nah, dude, that's whack. You know, like, I mean, other people are, but they don't have a say in my music.
Yeah.
Whereas in a band, you know, it's like, yo, it's whack. It's like, I guess it's whack.
And
then.
you have to kind of go along with what other people
Yeah, so what do you like, bro? You know, like,
so you have people kind of like listen to what you just put out and kind of get some constructive criticism? Like,
sometimes, but
for the most
not
part,
anymore.
You're just like, nah, I like this. This is what it is.
Yeah, not now. And it's still good to get constructive criticism, but again, like, I don't care that much anymore. It's just like, do I like do I like this a lot? Yeah, I do. Okay, so you could tell me whatever you want. I don't fucking care. You know, like, I like it. Are other people liking it? Yeah. Not everybody likes it. I don't care. Not everybody likes anything.
Yeah.
Like, literally anything.
Yeah.
Like, even fucking water that we need to survive. There are people that are like,
hate it. Yeah.
Water's fucking gross.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right.
There's gonna be people who fucking hate anything, no matter what.
So
how do you go about like actually doing a song, like writing the lyrics? And I know you just said about the beats a little bit, but like, do you have something in mind when you're making the beat, or like, are you like in the shower and you're like, I like that lyric?
I come up with lyrics in the shower, yeah.
Okay.
I'll be like chilling and just be like thinking about shit. But, you know, when I make beats, it's literally just I use Logic Pro X, and I just open that shit up and take out my MIDI keyboard and then like usually just start on like piano or some shit, and then I'll just be like fucking around. Or it's like, or if I'm in a certain mood, it's like, you know, maybe instead of piano, I'll go to like bass or 808 first and just be like, dun, you know, and just like pound shit, and it's like, all right. Or if I hear a fucking song I like a lot that I've been listening to, I'll try to sample it, you know, and then like turns into that. I don't do that as much anymore though, because you know, copyright and all that bullshit.
Right.
And as my shit gets more popular, that's one like good thing management is there for, is like if you have problems with that, they'll like contact the labels and shit and like help you out. Like, so
if not, you have all that legwork that you got to deal with yourself, and
then you get like sued, and it's like, I don't even have money, and it's like, who cares? Give it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
that's fucking interesting, man. And you're just trying to like, you know, get yourself out there. You're not necessarily trying to make money on someone else's fucking account.
Dude.
But like,
I mean, shit, I would love to just buy the fucking samples if I could afford it, but that's why I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just not really gonna do it anymore.
Yeah, that one I kind of mentioned it to you before we started the podcast. The first one I think that you mentioned, Phoenix. Yeah, that shit is dope. And even the music video itself, like, you could watch that shit without the sound on. That shit is like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's creepy, but it's really like you can't take your eyes off of it because you want to see what the fuck happens. You know? Yeah. And I think that's important as far as like being known. I think he's gonna bring that up.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, I just kind of looked through all like the different stuff that you had on YouTube at least, and like every video is like, again, you can mute the fucking sound, and just like I feel like that's important as far as like getting people to be interested in your shit is like not having an audio track with just like a straight like your bearded legend thing. Like that's cool, but like to have some sort of visuals with it gives like a story to it, and like, you know, I don't know, it's it gives more kind of like, you know, interest in you know.
Well, that's why too I never
you gotta unmute the video on YouTube. I can see that the thing is muted. Yeah. And bring that up, and then I still can't hear. 1 second.
Wow, 2016, that's fucking crazy.
hear anything. Can you just make sure that the matrix is up on the audio board? There you go. Like, wherever the fuck this was done, it looks like it was done, like, in like a sump, like, in town or some shit, you know? Like, that shit is crazy.
It was.
Okay.
In a parking lot, in a sump.
Yeah, but, like, that's fucking wild because, like, it looks so, like...
I mean, you know...
It looks legit. I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but, like, it literally, like... This looks like it's some shit that you would see on, like, MTV, you know, back in, like, the 90s, you know?
Well, that's dope, because I fucking edited it. I mean, you know, my friend Derek filmed it, and Greg, they filmed that shit. Greg was, like, the little assistant with the lighting and stuff. But we just took random shots, and I edited I did all this shit.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. And so not only do you produce shit, but you're also editing your music video. You don't really have anyone...
No.
As far as like a team like doing your shit.
No.
I feel like a lot of people do kind of have like a social media person or like, you know, like an editor or some shit like that. Like you literally do it all.
Yeah.
One man band.
I've had people make music videos for me before, and I'm not against it at all. But what it comes down to is like, okay, like I want to do this now, you know? Like, again, it comes down to me just not wanting to wait on anybody.
Yeah.
You know, oh, my bad, dude, I can't do it this week. It's like, all right, no.
Yeah, I'm good on
that. I want
it
done.
Yeah.
I'll learn how to edit shit myself. So that's what I did.
It's just, I mean, like, it's very, like, you know, working in production and doing a lot of editing myself, like, this is really well put together as far as, like, the
Thanks,
edits.
bro.
So I definitely enjoyed that. But yeah, I mean, same thing can be said about all of the videos for the most part. I like the one video that like you're performing and they got like a shot from like the back of you and you're like bent over doing some like crazy shit. Like, it just, again, it makes it a lot more interesting.
Yeah. The other thing with my videos though too, I don't like maybe in the future when I have budgets or money and shit, I'll do it. But like, none of my videos are like fucking over the top productions. It's just like, yo, what do you want to do? And it's like, I don't know, I want to walk around and rap, just film me and I'll edit it. And it's like, all right. Or like one that I did was like in my room, you know, and like I just was bored and I did it. And I was like, people are probably gonna shit on this. And you even see like on some of the comments, people would be like, you know, like, I thought I was gonna hate this because he's just sitting in his room, but this is actually dope. And it's like awesome. Like, because I don't really give a fuck. Like, exactly. It's like, I wanted to make a music video. Let me just take shots of myself sitting in my fucking computer chair and then edit it. Like, that's it.
I feel like people who know you, though, kind of, like, appreciate that because that's, like, your, like, master, like, workspace.
Yeah.
If I had to, like, picture where all of your shit comes from, I feel like you're there a lot in that room.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, like, dubs as, like, a studio in a way. That's cool. I mean, like... From someone who like kind of follows along, I understand, like, and it's cool, you know. I mean, like, your whole room and shit too. Like, you kind of like are like broadcasting yourself there a lot. So like, again, you understand like what the fuck's going on if you're actually like a follower, you know, like a fan. So that's cool. I mean, I enjoy that. Fucking. So wait, so what happened with you originally started? You were like with Doug, I think.
Yeah, my friend Doug G. We started. He got me back into fucking rapping. I used to do it like back in like 2011, like 2010, 2011. And like I said, I was just not confident, and I wasn't really digging what I was doing. I was back then rapping about like money and shit, but I didn't really give a fuck. I was just trying to like get an audience, and like I got some good people, like, you know, to whatever get into my shit, but it didn't turn into nothing. So I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really being myself right now anyway. It's like making me feel like weird, you know, like I don't want to keep up with like a persona that isn't me.
Yeah.
So I stopped, and then I also was like panicking because I was like in my, you know, I just entered my 20s and I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
And again, like as that wasn't like working out, I was like, all right, what now? So then I started getting like real jobs and shit. And I like was in a relationship and stuff. And then I was like in my mid 20s and I was like, oh my God, like, is this my life now? I was like, no. I was like, this is where you decide. I was like about to turn 25 and I was like, this is where you decide, like, all right, are you going to take like that route and like get the real job and get married and all that shit? Or are you gonna be like, fuck it, I'm going back to my dreams? And I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to my dreams, bruh. So that's what I did. I fucking I recorded like a couple songs, and I like posted a status on Facebook that was just like rapping again. Does anybody want to check it out?
Yeah.
And then fucking Greg Vitale, he fucking commented on my Facebook post like tagging Doug's name in it. I knew who Doug was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like friends with him like that. Like, you know, he knew my sister, and like he went to like the same school as me for a little bit and shit. And he was like from our town. We knew the same people. And I knew he rapped, and I knew he was good. So I was like, dope, I'm going to add this guy on Facebook. Yeah. And I was like, yo, and he was always really nice too. So I was just like, okay, you want to check it out? He's like, fuck yeah. So I sent it, and he's like, yo, this is actually good. And I was like, all right. And then we were talking a little, and he was just like, you want to like start a group? And I was like, yeah. And he made me do my first like show, which was an open mic, and it was like at a bar near my house. And not like near, but close enough that if I wanted to walk, I really could.
Yeah.
And
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to say it, but I know exactly.
It was down. It wasn't right by our house. It was like down by fucking like, you know, like over like the bridge and shit, like down towards the other side of town.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But so we fucking went there, and it was about time to go on, and we're like standing outside, and I'm like shaking, and like I'm fucking nauseous, and like my stomach hurts. I don't know if I'm gonna shit or I'm gonna throw up or what. And I was like, this fucking sucks. He's like, I'm just gonna go in there and get you ready. He's like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I just gotta get some fresh air. And like for like 2.5 minutes, I was standing out there, and I just kept looking. He wasn't paying attention. I kept peeking in the window. I was like, I'm just gonna book it home. I was like, fuck this. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna book it the fuck home. And then like as I'm still fighting in my head about it, he like ends up coming out. He's like, you ready? I was like, yeah. And like so I went in, and like I almost threw up. Like I was trying not to throw up because I was so nervous. Nobody was even paying attention. There was like fucking 10 people. They're all fucking drinking and shit and like standing at the bar. There's like 2 dudes actually watching us, and they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right.
I'll do it.
Yeah. And we only did 2 songs, but that's what started it, bro. And that was in fucking 2015, spring of 2015. And then we moved on to the next shit. We did another show, and we started a group. And fucking, yeah, that group lasted up until 2017, I think. Yeah. About early 2018. And we never like ended it. We were never like, yo, like this is over. We were just like fizzled out. Like we both, you know, he was working a lot, like his normal job. I had not had a normal job anymore because I said, fuck it, I'm going all in with music.
Yeah.
And I had like been saving up my money, so I was like, you know, I got laid off anyway, but it was just like, you know, because like the company was closing or whatever.
Right.
But I was like, fuck it, this is a sign. Like I've been saving my shit. This is like a little boot in the ass to be like, take this seriously now, like 100%. And so, it's just whatever, yeah.
Fucking did it.
And yeah, me and him are still mad cool, but we just don't really do nothing as a group, as BLDG, which was our group. We don't do that anymore. But like if shit comes up in the future, like I was going to do a show with him in December. He opened for Ghostface Killah at the Paramount in Huntington.
Oh, wow.
And I was going to do that with him, but it was like all last minute. We didn't get a chance to like practice because our schedules were all messed up. So I was like, yeah, like I ain't going to do it. Like,
who was it that you guys opened for or performed before at, it might have been the same.
Paramount?
Yeah.
Lil Uzi?
The guy who ended up dying, right?
No, he ain't dead.
Who was the one that you went and supported at Long Beach or some shit?
Oh, no, I didn't perform there. That was just there
that was like
chilling.
Another Lil
that was a memorial.
Right?
Yeah, that was just a memorial for Lil Peep because he's from Long Beach.
Yeah. And, I don't know why I confused the Lil thing.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like pay attention and like rap like that, it's a lot of people are like, which Lil, you know, like who is it? And I was like, nah.
Because you had opened for that other dude, and then like I think in the timeline afterwards, the other dude died.
He died, yeah. Well, what happened was we opened for Lil Uzi at the Paramount. It was sold out.
Yeah.
In August of 2017. Lil Peep died in November of 2017, and the thing that I was at in Long Beach was in December. It was just a hometown memorial for him. after he was already dead. But
Exactly.
I didn't perform or nothing.
Okay. No, I didn't think that you performed with that. I thought it was the same dude that ended up dying like a couple months later.
No.
And that it was unfortunate. But yeah, no, that I remember seeing when you guys actually like had that one picture on stage with the whole crowd behind you.
Yeah,
and
dude.
shit. That I was like, damn, dude, he made it. You know, like
they were into like I was
legit.
nervous too because I was like, I don't know if these teenage like Lil Uzi fans like because we had like the darker shit and it was like, you know, with the more like hip hop aesthetic and shit, and I was like, they might be like, fuck these guys, you know, like we want some fucking, you know, put me to the edge, you know, like.
This was post tour though, right?
Yeah.
So you weren't as nervous to be performing.
Oh no, I wasn't nervous. I was just nervous that the crowd wasn't gonna like us.
Okay.
But me and him went on a mini tour before that in the spring.
Right, I remember.
And it was like upstate and like Connecticut and shit like that. We did like 4 shows or 5 shows or some shit. It's like a week. It's like a week long almost. But we left before the last date, just because like it was the most convenient thing for us to do, and I had to like work or some shit, cause I was doing like some freelance like writing work or some shit, and I had to like be back in or something stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like again, plus it was just more convenient. It was like, wait, we're already wherever we were in Connecticut. I think it was like New Haven or some shit. Like they had a train that day going straight to Grand Central. Like wherever we were going next, it would have been like a connecting, all this bullshit. And I was like, fuck it. Like we'll just cut it short.
Yeah.
Tour was fun, but like, you know,
right.
I'm out.
But so my point of saying that was because at that point in time when you guys had this big gig, you were just talking about like your first gig, how fucking nerve-wracking it was.
Oh yeah.
Like from that point and then having the experience of like doing these little shows here and there. I don't know if they were little shows, but like these shows in between.
Yeah.
That kind of like gave you that much more confidence and like experience like being on stage and
well yeah that was also like 2 years after, so
okay
I had time to like, but
prepare
it didn't take longer, especially though like when I released Phoenix in 2016, August 2016. I was like, all right, like I'm, you know, I was pretty much comfortable with myself and I was making my own beats and shit. I was like, this is exactly what I want to sound like.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck, you know, like all these shows are dope. You know, you still get like nervous like beforehand, like with anything. You know, you get like the little like shakes a little bit, and you're like, all right, fuck it. But it's weird because it's not like for any like specific reason. You're just kind of like, no, I'm gonna go on stage and fucking perform. I hope it goes good. You know, like
yeah.
But like in the same sense, like I didn't care if they didn't like our shit because there have been times where we'd go on. And, you know, out of the 20 people that were there, like, fucking 15 of them would walk outside to smoke a cigarette because they didn't know who we were.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, all right. And we would be like, yeah, fuck you guys. Like, which also is kind of like a thing I learned, like, don't even
that.
say, yeah.
That just makes you look worse.
Like an asshole,
though, you know.
But it pisses you off because you're standing there nervous.
Course.
And it's like, bruh, I had to sell tickets to get on this dumbass show. Like, and all these people are fucking walking out. Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, you do it, you know, like. You don't care about it that much, like, whatever. Like, let's see you try to do this shit. And how would you feel if after you practiced and made this shit on your own? And, again, like, when you are recording everything by yourself and producing a lot of shit by yourself, it's like all that work goes into it. And then these people are like, all right, fuck you. You know, like, we're going outside.
Yeah. No, I guess, you know what? Again, the average person does not think about that and how, you know, much really goes into it.
Dude, I watch everybody when I go to shows because of that. Even if the person's fucking whack. It's, you know, maybe I won't tell them that they were dope, but I'll be like, yo, nice job, you know, like, and I'll still stand there and watch them so they know, like, yeah, I know what it's like, bro, like,
I'm here, I'm supporting you because I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, not because, you know, I came out to see you necessarily, but because
still,
I'm here.
You're doing your thing, like,
I appreciate
props,
that, and I'm going to, you know, give you the time of day, the respect. Do you think that it's kind of you because you don't smoke or drink or anything, right? You're completely sober.
I haven't in well, I've had like champagne, not like this past one, but like on New Year's Eve or like if there's like a family thing, I'll have a glass of champagne. But
I don't think that really counts.
Nah, I don't think so either. Cause like I always like I'll drink it and I'll be like,
ugh, yeah.
But it's like you got to toast with champagne at like big things, you know? Like you can't just be like, here's my water, you know? Like
I'm lame. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. To anyone out there that struggles with drinking, like, drink your water. But I don't. I never liked drinking, really, because I don't like nothing that makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
I hate throwing up, so. if something fucking, I used to get drunk and shit as a kid, but, yeah, fuck that. That wasn't hard for me to give up. Smoking weed was, but that started messing with, like, my anxiety and shit, so that's when I stopped. But I don't have a problem with that either. Like, you smoke weed, cool, if it helps you.
Do you think, though, that, like, do you think that the majority of people that are going out there to perform are a little drunk or a little stoned?
Fuck yeah, I don't think I know it. I see them, like, I see them beforehand, and it's like, I'm nervous as fuck, I gotta smoke. Or, I gotta have a few drinks.
Yeah, and, like...
Or pop some Xanax.
I know you're not judgmental, so you're not like, oh, look at this fucking guy, but, like, do you...
Sometimes, I'm like, this fucking guy's...
Yeah.
Does he even know what he's about to do?
Yeah, does he really need to smoke?
Because sometimes, you see people, like, they don't... I mean, smoking, again, that's one thing, but sometimes people drink a little too much or they'll do Xanax or something, and they won't even know what the fuck they're saying, and it's like, yo, chill out,
what are you
bro.
doing?
Yeah, like, chill out.
Yeah, you're about to go on stage.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing. Like, either you have complete control, you're part of the very select few that can kind of hold their shit, or you're just fucked. You just can't hold your shit, and you convinced that you can, so you keep doing what you're doing. But I have so many friends that are, the biggest drinkers and all this shit, but they're just as drunk as everybody else and whatever else when it comes down to it. It's just like, cool, you can hold your shit or you enjoy doing it. Honestly, for me, I think that drinking is a waste of time. And
I agree.
Like you said, anything that gets you nauseous,
and like sloppy and shit,
makes
like
you sloppy,
can't walk
makes
home
you
by
fat,
yourself.
have to piss every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna knock weed the same way. I definitely do smoke as opposed to like drinking. Occasionally, especially like if I'm going to like a party of like
or
a
like
work
maybe
friend.
like a game.
Yeah, exactly. When I go to fish shows, I've seen 50 fish shows now.
Damn.
Every time I go, I'll have like a beer, but like they're fucking $13. Why am I gonna? I can't afford that.
Nah,
like even if I was to get like a mixed drink, like is it worth it?
And
like,
that's the thing too. I would always say like at concerts and shit and at sports games, it's like, not only like you're paying $13 a beer to fucking be thrown up on yourself. Like you're basically just paying to be sick.
Yeah.
Like, cause you see these fucking guys, they like down this shit and they get rowdy, and then like by the end of the night they're like, slumped over puking on themselves. And it's like, bro, you just spent $100 just to throw up on yourself. Like,
why are you surprised that you're sick right now? Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. I mean, like that's the one thing that why I don't want to say that's the reason I smoke that much more, but like I definitely smoke a good amount, and I think that I balance it like 90-10. Like I'll drink, even if I am going to drink on any given night, I'm still smoking a lot more than I'm drinking. I'll have like a beer or two or like a mixed drink or two, but like at this point in time, like for me at least, I know my fucking limit, and I'm not like trying to get crazy with it because I've been there, and like whether I'm sloppy or I'm fucking sick, I'm notorious for throwing up. So like,
word.
I don't do it like in excess because I know I will throw up. And like especially like I will not touch liquor for the most part. I'll pretty much just drink beer because at least then I'm somewhat like safe to just like socially be like, yeah, look, I'm drinking. But just nurse the same fucking beer for like hours, So.
I've tried liquor, but I never like deliberately was like, I'm gonna get drunk and drink liquor. I always drank beer, again, because of the whole nausea factor. I've had like 2 hangovers in my life. The first one was the worst one. Yeah. It was the worst thing ever. I'll just like go quickly with it because like it's an embarrassing story, but I don't give a fuck. I was like 15. Yeah. And anybody that like knows me if they watch this, they're gonna be cracking up because like whatever. It's embarrassing as fuck. But so like when we were younger, we used to drink like 40s because they were cheap. Fuck yeah. And they get you hammered. Yeah. Especially if you chug them. So like we would get a few 40s and like I fucking drank them in one of the sumps or whatever. And right before I drank it, I ate Subway and I ate a fucking foot-long bacon chicken ranch sandwich. Oh, God. So I drank. And then I did the other fucking, like, cardinal sin. I fucking drank, and then I smoked weed after I was already hammered. And I was starting, like...
Getting the spins.
Yeah. So, like, while I'm like this all fucked up, I'm chilling and whatever, and I fucking had a little stomach rumbling, and I was like, oh, damn. Like, I think it's just a beer. I'm fucked up. Whatever. And I'm chilling. I'm smoking a cigarette. and then I fucking farted.
Oh no.
And I sharted.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh fuck. But by that time I was wasted. I don't even give a fuck, bro. But like at that time I was wasted, and I was fucking like running up to like get out of the sump and shit, and I ended up like trying to shit in the sump, and like some people saw me and shit, and I was like, oh fuck, you know, and I was like, that was like going around school for a little bit. It's like, bro, he was like shitting on himself. I was like, yeah, whatever. But then I went home, and when I got home was when like it's like the typical shit, like I was fucking throwing up so much, and you know the whole please God don't do this.
Again. Yeah.
I'll never do it. Yeah. And then the next morning, bro, like I fell asleep like with a piece of bread like on my chest that I was like nibbling on.
Yeah.
And the next morning I had a headache like somebody fucking hit me with a shovel. And I was like, I'm never drinking 40s again. I'm never getting that drunk again. I never did ever. Only time I ever had another hangover was because I didn't want to be somewhere that I was, so I drank my beer real fast so I had an excuse to leave.
Oh, no.
And then I fucking walked home. I was doing fine until I decided to get home, eat a fucking couple burritos from Taco Bell that were in the fridge, and then smoke a big-ass blunt by myself. I thought I was like, now I'm going to go to sleep. As soon as I lay down, whoop, spins, and I was like, fuck
this.
Yeah. And I just threw up over my floor, and then the next morning I had a fucking headache and shit, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah, man. I mean, exactly. The intoxication, the fucking toxic fluids just fuck your body up, and it's definitely not good for you. I mean, like I don't think people realize how much it affects your liver and everything else.
Everything, dude. But yeah, your whole digestive system is like fucked by like the constant consumption of alcohol, bro. It's like not good for you.
My dad's father, who died a long time ago, he died from cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh damn, bro.
He was in the Navy, and like all those dudes did was drink like nonstop. I mean, like. I think at age 51 he croaked. And
wow, that sucks.
That's like
that's rough.
That's young, but like that's a cause of death. I mean, like if you abuse the fuck out of your organ to the point where it rejects, everything, you can't fucking. Obviously, like weed's not going to do that to you, but like there's other things that weed will do to you that I mean, like might fuck you up in some way or another.
Well, like I said with me, like weed was starting to like have the fucking. At first it was good for my, like, anxiety and, like, depression type shit. Then, for whatever unknown fucking reason, one day I was smoking it. And it was like, I feel like shit. I was like, am I going to die? Yeah. Like, your heart starts beating fast. And, like,
you just don't like it.
Yeah, and then you start to feel like you can't catch your breath. And I was like, I think I'm having a panic attack or a heart attack. Yeah. I don't know which one. Either way, I think I'm dying. And that's what made me stop because I could not. I was like, fuck this. I'm not. That's the thing with me. I tried a lot of shit. There was some shit I had bad habits with doing. Right. I never did like heroin or nothing like heroin or crack or nothing like that. But, like some certain pills and shit and like other substances. Right. But as soon as I would see something bad, I was like, instantly my brain was like, don't do that. You don't want that to happen. Yeah. Or like when people like would die, I would be like,
get done with that right now. Yeah.
Everything. I started to change a lot about all that shit when Phil died. I was like, I stopped like getting fucked up, like stopped like doing Xanax. I mean, I might have did it like a couple times after that, but realized it still wasn't for me. Any other shit I was messing with, I was like, wow, like I was like, we could die. Even though he didn't die from like that.
Of course. I was just thinking about that and like
it still just shows you like
just the presence of like, yo, I'm in my body, I'm in my brain. Like I gotta pay attention to what the fuck I'm doing and like my well-being
exactly,
and shit.
Exactly.
Like, and if I'm always fucked up or I'm on this shit that like, might make me feel a little bit good, but like
in the long run, though,
it's distorting my, my fucking thought process and everything else, to the point where it is putting you in danger potentially, like that's definitely a time to like take a step back. Like,
yeah, dude.
Not to say to you, I mean, I wouldn't criticize you, but like, I get why you did that. I mean,
it was a wake up call, bro. Like, because before that, of course I knew people who died, I mean, before that though, it was either relatives that were older and got sick, and it's like, oh, well, they were older and they got sick, that's what happens. That sucks. Yeah. Or it was people that were acquaintances or that like we went to school with or I knew through somebody, and it wasn't as crazy because it was like, like I don't really know that guy. I was sad about it, but it was like, that sucks. But then when it's like someone in your group, it's like, wow,
Yeah.
he can die too. Like you can die, but like you just feel, as they say, like you feel like untouchable as a young person doing this shit. It's like I don't give
You're
a
so
fuck.
far from death, like
exactly,
it's not even a possibility.
Yeah, but like, which is weird because I always thought about shit like that, but like that's just like a depression type thing though. You always think like, oh, we're gonna die. Who cares? We're all gonna die. But like, one day. But like in the sense of that, it was still like I didn't think there was a chance of us dying today. You know, like, but still like But
that's like in some way that it gives you like a better appreciation of every single day.
Yeah, it makes you really think. Yeah.
I mean, like, think of all the years that Phil lost out on
dude.
already. I mean, like, it's what is it, the 10th year?
It's gonna be 10 years. Yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy. I mean,
very
like,
sad.
It feels like it wasn't that long ago.
No.
But like, I mean, he would have been fucking 27 years old, 26 years old right now. 27.
He would be turning 27. Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that like, again, like, he was. I don't want to say he was living a reckless lifestyle because
he wasn't. No, he was. Like all of us, we were all doing bad shit.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. Not like terrible shit, but like dumb shit. And it was just like wrong place, wrong time.
I was just gonna say that. I think that he had such a mature and like good,
very mature. He knew what was going
good head
on.
on his shoulders. Like it's not like he was like this burned the fuck out dude that just
wasn't
ended up
ignorant.
in this like scummy fucking apartment and ended up whatever else.
No.
But I mean, like you just said, wrong place at the wrong time.
That's it.
But like that just gives you that much more of like, dude, I got to be aware.
But that's what really like that's what I'm saying. If he was like an idiot and ignorant and getting into trouble and doing stupid shit, it wouldn't have as much as an impact. But
of course,
that he was a thinker. That he was very mature. That he paid attention to a lot of shit, and that's what really hit me because I'm the same way. And it was like, it's like, wow, this guy's like, he wasn't a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Like usually too, it's like idiots. It's like, well, obviously that happened because he did that. In this case, it was like, why did that happen?
Yeah. Well, and like from my perspective, especially when it happened, I mean, like, not for nothing, but I think that the group that you came from was a little hard. Some of the guys had reputations of being, they'll kick your ass or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for him to have been that type of way and like, I don't even think he really got into trouble at all. Like,
no, not really.
I mean, he might have been involved with the rest of the group to like, minor, like teenage antics, but
I was gonna say it was nothing out of the ordinary
like,
shit.
Was either crazy, like illegal, or
like this dude's a scumbag.
Exactly,
no, never.
So that's why, for me, it was like, it didn't make sense.
Exactly, yeah, because he was just a really good dude. Like, very smart, very good, very chill, type of dude.
I mean, even to this day, I mean, obviously, I know for a fact that you go through it too, but like, I'll just find myself like, I'll reflect back because I mean, like, I didn't hang out with him as frequently as like you and your friends did, but like just being around him in school, like he was like one of my school best friends, like when I saw him in school, it was as if we were best friends outside of school because like, I was around him the whole time, like he was my dude, at least in school, but like, I didn't fully understand it because you guys were so much older.
Yeah.
Or at least some of the guys were.
Some.
I think that you're only a couple years older, but like even so, you had another year of
We had older, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, for me, I kind of was just like, I don't know if, if just because he's hanging around the wrong people or like, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
but like
really
over time, you kind of see, you get more information. I was on the outside kind of looking in, but I mean, just even speaking to his mom, and I never really talked to his sister, dude. But it opened my eyes to a lot of things when I went and saw his mom for like the first time in years, because me and him used to hang out as kids.
Yeah.
And then at some point in time we just stopped hanging out.
Yeah.
Because he had older friends, but going back years later, like I felt like his mom was like a kind of a representation of him. In a sense, because she was
great
like
woman,
the fucking best, and
she's the best.
She hadn't seen me in years, so when I came in, she started crying right away, and it was like I almost felt like I was with him a little bit.
Yeah,
because like they were like the same person.
No,
to me,
same thing. When the first times that I saw that I was in his house and stuff after he passed, it was like you know, you just felt him there, like seeing his mom and his sister and stuff. I still see his sister sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his mom in a bit, but I actually should go.
Yeah, I always
see her
feel
soon,
I always feel like why have I not gone over?
Yeah, and it's just all that's nothing but me just being like, you know, fucking like in my own type of shit. Like I get like caught up. I don't realize how much time goes by and shit. You know, it's just like, wow, it's been that. You know, like you said, like things that happened 10 years ago still feel like a couple years.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, like, and that's with everything, even like friends. But like people that know me know that it's like, oh, I haven't seen you in a bit. It's not because I'm like, fuck you. It's because I just haven't seen you. Like my bad. You know, like I don't think anything differently. It's just time flew by, and I was doing whatever, and you were doing whatever, and like that's
no hard
it.
feelings.
Yeah, not at all.
That's the thing about friendship. People don't realize like they're offended when you don't hear from them, but at the same point in time, it's like, yo, in my rap career, I'm fucking doing my thing.
And
like,
people understand
busy
that
with
too.
that.
Yeah.
Well, the people that are mature and are true friends realize it.
Yeah, I have a small group of true friends, but even, you know, like when I meet new people through music and stuff, and they don't really know me.
Yeah.
Like people who know me, they won't be like, oh, I think Joe's mad at me. You know, like because they know if I was mad, I would say, yo, what the fuck? You know, like. But people who just meet me, they're like, dude, you're not like mad? Are you like mad? I haven't talked to you or something? Like, no. Yeah. Like, that's just how I am. Yeah. Like, if I haven't talked to you in a little bit, just because I didn't realize like 2 weeks passed and whatever, you know, or I thought you were busy or I was busy. Or if I was mad at you, I'd say, yo, bro, what the fuck? You know, like, that's just how I am. I don't care, like, about stuff like that. I'd rather, you know, that's another thing, like, as I got mature, things that would make me angry were because I would hold a lot of things in. Yeah. And then I started thinking, like, hey, instead of, like, thinking about this same thing for, like, a week or two and then getting pissed and doing something stupid or saying something mean, once you feel it, why don't you just ask the person, like, yo, what the fuck? You know?
Exactly.
Like,
that's the best way to be. No, definitely. Fucking, as far as, like, the whole, like, going back to tour and shit, like, did you have, I'm trying to, like, brighten the mood a little bit because I was just getting old, like on a depressive conversation. Yeah. But did you have like a favorite venue or city when you performed? Because you also did like a Cali tour, if I'm not.
Nah, I did a couple of shows there, but I didn't tour there. I did a show there last February, and I did a show there in September. The first time I went there, that was probably, which the footage from that was used for my Legends World video.
Right.
That was probably like, well, I mean, aside from the Lil Uzi show, that's got to be like the best, just because whatever. Yeah. You know, it was the most people. Right. Like you said, that picture and shit. We told the crowd, you know, put your middle fingers up, and everybody was like this. And we're like, you don't even know what the fuck we are. On the way home from that, too, I saw people on the train because, you know, whatever, I had to take a train home. Yeah. And I saw people from the show on the train, and it was like a surreal ass moment. Like as I was like walking by, I saw these like 3 teenage dudes, and like one of them like looked at me and like double taked, and I saw him like say to his friend like, "Yo, he just was at the show, I think." And then like his friend, like after I sat down, they kept like looking at me for like a couple minutes and like, "Yo, did you just play that show, Lil Uzi?" Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Oh my god, dude, that was awesome." I was like, "Thanks." You know, like that's cool, you know. And then like a couple of girls that were also at the show overheard it, and they're like, "That was you, right?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, fuck yeah, what's up?"
Like, no, that'll always make you feel good. That'll always stand out as far as like, you know.
Yeah, but like
a good moment.
Like in general, also the show for that first show I did in LA, there was way more people than I thought were gonna be there. I mean, the person headlining was like dope. Dude, Omen 13, he's cool. Right. And you know, he asked us to come out there to do it because we'd never been out there. Yeah. So we went out there to do it, and I knew there was going to be people there for him, but I didn't know how many people were there for me. You know, like when I would, like, be doing songs or, like, whatever, and, like, the hook would come and they would say it, and I'd be like, they fucking know this song.
What?
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, in my thoughts exactly, like, when it was, like, it's all in your head, there would be, like, the pause, and then you'd hear everyone say, like, it's all in your head. I was like, what? You know this shit? Or like when they said like, this is Bearded Legend coming up next, and people were like cheering, I was like,
are they just
you know
cheering?
Who I am? Yeah, are you just like, are you just happy to be here, or like, do you know who I am? I knew a handful of people that were my fans that hit me up online saying like, yo, I'm coming to see you, and I was like, all right, dope. but like I didn't know as many, you know.
Have you seen people like that have been at multiple shows?
Yeah, there was well, at least in LA. Here there were people that went to like a bunch of shows, like fans.
Yeah.
But in LA too, it was cool to see people, you know, who went to the first show come back 6 months later and go to the second show. You know, it was like, okay, so you care that I keep coming back, you know?
And you're actually a fan of me. Yeah.
So,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's gonna happen more now. Like once any shows I do this year, people ask me to go everywhere, but again, the main thing it's just a fucking money thing. It's like, yo, if you want me to play, you know, talk to an artist in your area, talk to a venue, and we'll work it out. Like if I have the money to get out there, then I'm fucking there. Like that's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, that's I mean that's definitely the most important, you know, aspect of it is in some degree. I just
get
mean
around,
like,
like
to be able to cover your cost of getting there.
If I could snap my fingers and go, I would go everywhere,
exactly.
you know, but like
it would be amazing to be made of money, but
yeah,
like,
I
at the
just
same
can't
point in
do
time,
it.
There's
yeah.
a budget, you know. As far as set list is concerned, do you just play every song that you like have, or like?
Nah. I have a lot of fucking songs. You know, usually you get like you know, like 15, 20 minute set, sometimes 10, like if you got a little spot, sometimes 30 if you got a better spot. But I keep my set around like 20 minutes, so that's like, you know,
3 songs?
No, like
songs?
6 songs.
Oh, okay.
Because my songs are like 2-3 minutes long.
I forget.
Usually.
I listen to Fish, and they're all like 7-minute songs.
Yeah, dude.
At least.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking, my shit ain't like that. Or like it'll be like 5 to 7 songs maybe even, and it's just like you take little breaks to like say what up and stuff.
And do you do the same songs at every show, or do you change up your set list?
Depends on who I'm playing with. Like, you know, if it's like a certain group, like a certain type of person, then I'll use the same set list, you know, if the people match.
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's like a crowd that might be into like softer shit. It's like I'll add specific songs that will like suit them better.
So you'll
but
do
I'll
it
still keep in my hits.
live off the crowd's reaction, or you do?
No, I've just decided, and it's like you don't like it, I don't care. But like,
okay.
yeah.
No, but you do it before the show.
But like when it gets to the for now. But when it gets to that level, when I'm like headlining or touring and shit,
and you decide you want to make
and
a
I
change,
have like my own DJ, I'm gonna be like, what do you want to hear, this or this?
Yeah.
And if they're like that, I'll be like, all right, put that on. You
Fuck
know?
yeah.
Like, but for now, it's just like I'm here and I'm gonna play this.
Of course.
That's
it.
it.
No, I just more or less was kind of interested in the style of how you went about doing it, not that you were, you know, selfish on it or anything.
Oh
like
no,
that,
yeah.
You know,
It's just
Seeing
people,
Fish, they always play. They've never played the same set list twice.
Yeah.
They have over 300 songs, and like I saw them at MSG 13 nights in a row.
That's crazy.
Summer 2017,
and it was different every
they
time.
didn't play one repeat in 13 nights. I mean, like that's hard
crazy,
to do, you know. And their shows are 3 hours long, you know. So, I mean, 2 hour and like 2 1 hour and 15-minute sets per se. So like that's hard to do, you know. I mean, like, so for you to be like, you know, having your 20-minute set, like that's some courageous shit, because like people don't realize every minute of stage presence is just like anything could go wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
like
are you fucking, I mean, with rap and shit too, you run out of breath and shit.
Yeah.
Like, shit's crazy. Lose your voice maybe sometimes, especially if you're doing like consecutive shows or something, but that's something you learn how to manage, you know? Like right now, if the next show I do, my voice will probably be shot because I haven't done a show in a bit. But once I get back into it, you know, maybe like drink some tea on the side, like before or after, whatever the fuck. Like I always make sure I got water on deck and shit. You know, I'm chugging water. Because that's the thing I would never, even if I still drank and shit or smoked, I wouldn't be able to do it for the sake of my fucking voice and like my breath.
yeah.
Because I'd be going up there like, like, all right. Or like, if you get loud and like you have a little too much alcohol in your system, I would like gag and like throw up or something. You know, like when you scream or something, it's like fuck.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that. There's just so much that goes into it.
Yeah, there's more than people realize. I mean, even people who do it don't even go that far. But like that's what I think about. You know, I'm like, well.
Plus, like you're trying to remember the lyrics.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Not that, I mean, you wrote them or whatever,
but it's,
so you know them, but it's still, that's an extra element.
I have over 100 songs, so like sometimes it's like,
really?
Yeah, sometimes it's like, wait a minute. You know, especially like if you use the flow more than once, because you're going to do that.
Yeah.
same way how people sing the same, type of, style in different songs, but it doesn't sound the same because the beat's different or whatever.
Oh, totally.
But like sometimes, like, if one flows like da 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 da, but it's in one song, I might confuse it with another that goes like that too, and I'll be like, oh fuck, I just said the wrong words, but nobody realizes it, or they don't care.
But that's the cool part too. Like, you can almost spin it off to be like,
Yeah.
I meant to do that, or like, I'm mixing two songs at the same time. Like, I did that on purpose. Like people do, that's the one thing. Like, you're the performer, so unless it sounds like, the disc scratch of like a mistake, you could just keep going along with it. It's just like the other side of it is, damn, like that's got to be tough because you're doing your whole thing of like trying to be, looking at people and like look cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's just
that's just a lot.
As long as you don't show it,
Yeah.
Because in the beginning I always did that. If I would fuck up, I'd be like, oh fuck, like, but now I'd be like, oh wait, don't say oh fuck, just keep rapping.
Yeah.
But now it's just like whatever. If anything, maybe if it's a bad fuck up, I'll be like at the end of the song, I'll be like, I totally fucked that shit up, but I don't care, like let's go to the next one. Or I'll just be like, yo, run it back, like I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like, you just gotta make sure like it doesn't throw you off, because then people will be like, huh? Like, what are you doing? Why is it affecting you that badly? So.
How are you with like your fans beyond just like in a tent? Like, do you go out and like meet up with people, like do the kind of like a meet and greet or like shake people's hands and shit?
It's not like that yet. Like, but like I've met fans that asked to meet up before. Like, I went to a couple of shows that fans were doing.
Yeah.
That were also artists and whatever, and they say, "Yo, you want to come?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like obviously like, people want to like get a picture after a show, or if they see you chilling, it's like, "Yo," and it's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like,
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
cool.
so yeah,
if everybody's chill, I'm chill.
That's really what I mean, because like I know people that are even in just like jam rock bands that like, I think it's just more like they feel like I'm not trying to even be seen with these people, or like
that sucks.
No, not in like a.
Oh, like
I feel like more or less like they don't want to look like, yo, like look, I'm like promoting like my fans, or like I'm so in love with myself that like, and then again, I don't think that you're like that at all, but like I just feel like it's more like the you're in touch with yourself, so you realize that it's not like kind of like a conceited thing to do.
No,
because like some of my guys are just like my friends that like also see Fish with, I guess they're almost like too humble in a way that it's like, no, I can't they're my fans, like there's a distinction.
I couldn't do that, because the way I think of it is just like, if this person like really wants to they're here, they want to see me, if they're fucking at me like, yo, can we get a picture, I'm gonna be like, yeah. I mean, unless I'm like mad famous or some bullshit, where like,
let me just turn my phone off.
Sorry. Where like I'm like mad busy.
I'm doing a podcast. Can I just call you back in a few minutes? No, it's fine. I'll call you in a little bit. All right, bye.
I heard that.
Girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
Yeah, that's recent. I don't do girlfriends either, but
I would love to have a girlfriend, because I'm not a one night stand dude. So.
No. I mean, like, I definitely tried the whole Tinder thing and whatever. But, I almost like in some ways like seeing your Instagram or whatever else besides the rap and shit, like you and a few other people, like I feel like it kind of just humbles you as a person to be like, all right, like I'm being kind of an asshole person, like I should be chill, like why can't I be like that more? Why can't I be? And then like, you kind of try to like, put it into action, like, all right, I'm just gonna be more like.
It takes time.
Yeah. I mean, like that's what I always say. Like, working on yourself is always like the biggest work in progress, because you got to constantly remind yourself and hound yourself, and like, but also be comfortable at the same point in time.
Well, that's the thing too. If shit happens, if someone says something to me, or like I hear some bullshit, or something's annoying me, if there was if you could be a fly on my fucking wall in my room, you would still see me be like, fuck this guy,
Yeah.
But it's because I'm sitting there by myself, and I'm just like taking 5 minutes and like, okay, not fuck this guy, just leave it as like whatever. But still, there are obviously times, even if I'm like nice or chill about things, where I see or hear or someone says something to me, I'm like, yo, fuck this motherfucker. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, but it's whatever.
there's something.
We're human beings. Like, it's always gonna. If you're always just gonna be like, no, it's fine. Like, there's a problem with like your fucking like brain functioning, because you're not supposed to just be okay with everything. You're supposed to be like, yo, I think I'm being disrespected. Yo, this isn't okay. Yo, whatever. Like, so yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a matter of controlling it.
And people have their good days and their bad days. Yeah. Maybe they want to use that as an excuse or whatever. But like, I think that like, again, going back to the whole exercise thing, for me, like, just doing that alone makes me that much more like easier to like decipher like between making a bad decision and a good decision, because I'm like, why are you even fucking stressing about that, you know?
No,
but,
exactly,
like,
dude.
I just had the flu 2 weeks ago, and like I didn't get to work out for like a week straight, and it was driving me fucking nuts. And then
Same for me last year.
I start getting these fucking bad thoughts, you know, and it's just like fucking chemicals in your mind that are just like forming these fucking shit ass,
just thrown out of whack. So
you know,
it's just
sensory like, fucking whatever. You know, to be like, all
like
right,
misfirings.
You're upset now, and it's like, for what? You know, like fucking get over it. You know, so I kind of try to like, you know, do whatever it takes to overcome that, but sometimes you need that extra.
Yeah, well, that's what's good.
Push.
Like, so like if you can't work out, just like substitute it. Like, because I work out, like I said, I don't work out every day.
Yeah.
But like, you know, whatever, I'll fucking work out like 4 or 5 times a week, but like on days where I'm sick, or like days where I'm just tired from doing a show the night before and shit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like tomorrow I'm not gonna work out because I walked fucking, you know,
forever
2 miles here. I'm gonna walk 2 miles back. You know, like, so I'm gonna be tired.
Yeah.
Especially like waiting for the train whenever I get home, all that bullshit. But like, you know, so like if I'm in a bad mood though tomorrow, I ain't gonna work out, but I'll just work on music.
Exactly.
You know, or like, if I'm really just feeling like fuck everything, I'll play video games. You know, it's like whatever. Or I'll read a fucking book that's just like, you know, like it's a comic or something that's like where you can see those emotions getting played out in a different way.
Yeah.
But I prefer music like to like cope with a lot of different like bad feelings. It's like fucking, I'm just gonna make some shit.
That's
like,
fucking awesome though, that you can attribute like that negative energy and turn it into something good. I mean, like,
that's where a lot of my music comes from, dude. It's just like, you know, it comes from like either frustration or not just with myself or anything, but it's like how I want to do things for myself, or how frustrations with like how the world is and shit. It's just like, you know, I can either be pissed and walk around like an asshole, or like fucking yell at my wall, you know, like, or some person who has no idea what's going on, or I'll just make some fucking music, let my emotions be known. And if people relate to it, then
you really feel like at that point in time you're getting the aggression out.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's
it
dope.
Just, puts it out there without like sounding like a dick.
Plus, like, you know, watching fucking Hey Arnold and whatever else will always cheer you up. I know you're a avid Hey Arnold fan. Oh shit, I did not know about that. I feel like you're almost like Hey Arnold, you know, because like you're that one main like good character, good intentions. A lot of, I don't want to say bad shit happens to you.
No,
because I don't know everything that happens to you, but like
some shit. But
you know, like the way that Arnold handles the shit in the show is like almost the same way that you go about doing shit. You don't lose your cool.
I try not to.
You kind of evaluate the situation.
But you see, like there are episodes where that's why I like that show so much, because like you see episodes where he's not fucking like as perfect as you think. Where he handles things the wrong way, or like
I love that karate episode.
That's what I'm saying. Like he learns how to fucking, you know, fight back against his bullies, but then it like he's still a human being. Like, yeah, he's cool Arnold and shit, but you give him that power and he's still like, what the fuck, you know?
And then
like,
he beats that other guy's ass by accident.
Yeah, he fucking karate chops him naked.
Yeah, that's
I was fall off. And it's like, yo, chill out,
I was just
bro.
trying to ask for the bus or something like that. I remember he
exactly. And yeah, dude, that's why I like that, because like he does a lot of shit that's right, but he also does shit that's like he's a dumbass kid.
Yeah.
So
I mean, nobody's perfect, and I mean that's why Arnold is a great example.
That whole show just shows.
Plus, he has a dope room like you do, also. And that's kind of. I don't know if you have the couch that goes in the wall.
Nah, his room blows my shit away. Like
the fucking sky, like the
like,
whole roof skylight.
Yeah, if it's like, bro, you want to build a dream house? It's like, okay.
Give me that.
If I'm ever a millionaire, If I'm ever a millionaire, that exact fucking room is going in my fucking house, and that's gonna be my fucking bedroom.
Fuck yeah. Honestly, I can't disagree with that. That's a dope setup.
Everything too, like even the folding couch and shit like that, and the fucking water cooler with the fucking goldfish swimming around in it and shit.
The orange and red fucking carpeting and shit.
Yeah, dude. All that shit.
That's dope. Honestly, I might make that happen as well. I'm gonna be famous at some point in life. Not for anything that I know what I'm gonna be famous for yet. I'm still working on that.
Yeah, I mean that's how I felt. Like back in high school and shit, I was always just like, what am I gonna do? You know, like, but I know, like, I knew I was gonna find something and be good at it, and be known for being good at it. You know?
Yeah.
I just didn't know exactly what. I wouldn't have been able to tell you it was gonna be rap.
Exactly.
But now that, like, again, like, fucking knock on wood. Now that shit's like working out like that, like, you know, it's crazy. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird when you find out certain people know who you are and shit like that, and like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
You're kind of dealing with the whole like kind of fame, but also you're still you. You're still
it's not.
Joe.
You know, I don't like to say that yet because it's not like fame. Like no one is gonna.
From my
notice
perspective,
me.
I can see that you're like blowing up and like to some extent.
Yeah,
you know?
to an extent. Yeah.
I mean, like the more you perform
It's
and
crazy.
get yourself out there, you're gonna be that much more, known.
Yeah.
Your significance is gonna be out there. But yeah, I mean, like I think that that's kind of like interesting in itself. That like you're just this. I mean, like you're this kid that like I know from growing up, but also at the same point in time, you have this almost like an alter ego in a way.
Yeah.
As like this rapper, but like you're still the same person.
Yeah.
You know, like you act the same as this rapper as you are as yourself.
That was the main thing for me. Like,
you don't change who you are.
No, yeah. When I first rapped, it was like an alter ego. It was like, you know, like this is me as a person and this is me as a rapper. It's different. Now it's kind of just like, well, this is just fucking me. You know, like I don't care.
Yeah.
And that's what it is though. Like when you first do it, it is all that shit, like the Christmas shit and like the fucking goofy dancing, the fucking, you know, Furio soprano shirt and fucking all that shit. Like, you know, when I'm doing goofy shit, you kind of leave that out because you know people might like talk shit about you.
Yeah.
But like that was the one thing, you know, I do music because I want to do what I want, and that's the same thing. Like, besides just my music, I want to be exactly who the fuck I am because I don't want anyone to meet me and be like, oh, I didn't know you're like
not
that.
This
yeah, like I thought you were into this.
Yeah.
No, I want them to meet me and be like,
the entire time.
yeah, I want people to meet me and say like what
oh,
you say.
shit,
Like you're
dude.
the same fucking dude that you are
Yeah.
everywhere. You know, like that's
again,
me.
it's hard for me to tell because like again, I know who you are outside of that, but like now because that's become like your whole way about it, I can see that like there's nothing different there.
No.
You know, I mean like you're this person as and you know, I don't see any differences, you know?
No.
But that's not a bad thing.
No,
it's
it's
definitely
not.
a good thing.
I mean,
you know?
now, yeah, exactly. Now it's definitely a good thing because, like, again, the maturity and all that shit. But, yeah, that's what I want because that's the other shit too. You don't want people to feel like they have to pretend to be anything. It's like, yo, if you're hiding shit or if you're feeling like, you know, even like before, like the story I told about when I sharded, you know, like that's something that other people were like, nah, bury that, you know, because no one talks about it anymore.
Course.
But you want to still be like, hey guys, like I'm not like a cool ass rapper guy. Like
I'm a regular
still
person.
some dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I rap, but I also fucking if I get too drunk, I might shart.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't give a like
Exactly.
that's just I'm a person. Like that's it. Like,
Exactly.
Fuck cares.
Everybody fucking has experiences.
Yeah.
And I mean that doesn't change because, you know, you're
anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because everybody's still just a person.
Exactly. I mean, like, that is more than anything out of this, I would just say that, like, the whole, you know, humble but also realization that, like, you're you is, like, the coolest part of your whole thing. Because, you know, I mean, obviously people's opinions are going to be different because maybe they're just fans and they don't know you in the same
and all that,
capacity.
all that shit, yeah.
But, like, just from the outside looking in, I can tell that, like, you're having a good time with it. You're just being you, and I mean beyond that, like it makes other people want to, you know, do their. I'm not a rapper, but like I kind of want to be the same way in my kind of
in your
shit,
field,
you know?
yeah,
like TV and whatever, you know.
And that's what I want though too. Like I want people to just, again, even with the message of the music, I want people to just see the shit that I do and how I am, and realize like you can get as far as you want to get with whatever by being yourself.
Exactly.
Not saying though that you're not going to have to change things about yourself for the better, because that's what life is. You have to grow and learn and pay attention and shit. But still, like, at your core, you could still be yourself. You don't have to be ashamed of being into, again, being a fucking late 20-year-old, 20-something-year-old dude that loves Hey Arnold. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Again, now it's becoming more of a fad, though, like all the 90s shit, but still, like...
Yeah, that annoys me, too. I know.
But, I just want people to see, like, you don't have to change shit. You don't have to put on this whole fake shit to make people want to accept you.
Yeah.
Just be who you are, and the right people will accept you.
You know what? I mean, like, I learned that more and more every year of growing up. And, like, obviously when I was younger, I thought it was the complete opposite. Yeah. As I'm sure most people do. Or at least when you're a teenager.
Yeah, no,
you're going to do
you
anything
gotta put on, like, a fucking grown-up, like, thing about
to fit in and be cool with everybody else. But, like, that's the best part about getting older and, like, finding your real friends is that, like, all right, I don't have to change me. They like me for who I am. And I'm comfortable, So
for sure, dude.
Fucking I honestly I kind of asked you most of the things that I wanted to at this point in time. I have a couple other things, but I kind of want to have you back on again at some point. I mean,
I'm down.
Hopefully, I'm not pushing you. You do your tour whenever you want to, but maybe next time if you have a tour coming up, we can kind of advertise it as like, he's going to be here on this date, here on this date.
I'm down for
or
sure.
If you release a new album or some shit, Plus, I mean, I'll tell you more about once like we're done with the podcast, but like working here, like I have access to a ton of video equipment and whatever else, and the spot that I live at in Queens has this ridiculous rooftop. So if you ever want to do like a music video there or some shit, I'm totally down. I would never, ask you for money or anything. I'm just kind of into the production thing.
Yeah, you always still want to throw people something, but
it's not even about that though. It's just more or less like, I'm trying to get good at my, whole thing
so it's like
it's like
for the experience,
one hand washing another in that way. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm down for that.
But honestly, man, it was awesome having you on here.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll talk. I'll keep the fan base updated on when you'll be back. But,
hell yeah! Hopefully they liked fucking listen to me fucking talk.
Fuck yeah, dude. Do you have anything that you want to say to the fucks out there?
Not really, yo. It's just like what I was saying the whole time. Just be yourself. Be a good person. Grow. Change for the better. All that shit. Shout out to the people who fucking support me for real and been showing me love and all that, and the people who don't, it's all good.
Fuck yeah. Fucking, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time.
Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Fuck yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, sorry about that.